A perfect smile lights up the room. But what lies beneath?
Hold up, it's the berries in the building.
Hello guys, and welcome to today's episode of We the Doctors. I'm sure from what you can see on the table here, you might have gotten a little hint about today's topic. Guys, my name is Dr. Jules.
My name is Dr. Valeria.
My name is Dr. Yvonne.
And I am Dr. OK.
Okay, and today we're talking about bad breath. I'm sure from the little clip, you got a little hint about what the topic is going to be about. And we all know at one time or another, we've been caught in this embarrassing situation, let's not lie. So we are going to talk about it now and find out why some people are predisposed to having it and others aren't, okay? So we will be talking about that, and also we'll be doing a little thing we like to call Doctor Says. It's not related to today's topic, but it comes up along the show. Yes. There are three health tips that we give during the show, so you want to watch out for them. And we always start with Doctor Says. Doctor says, Doctor says, Doctor says. If you want to take care of your acne, you want to moisturize your skin. You want to use a good moisturizer. Now let's get back to the topic of today. Let's move on. We'll move on with common questions that people ask, okay? The first question is brushing enough?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Really, when we started up young, we were told it was brushing.
Yeah.
First of all, studies said brush after every meal.
Yes.
Then they said, because people can't brush after every meal, how sometimes they don't brush at work. They say brush in the morning, brush at night.
True.
But now, it's no more that way. It's now not enough. It's not just brush and rinse your mouth. There's what we call flossing.
Exactly.
It's part of it. In fact, there are all sorts of things being taught. Because there are times when you can't brush. So what do you do in those times?
Exactly.
There are all sorts of things being taught. But now, brushing is no more enough. Brushing can't do it.
Exactly.
Not anymore for your bad breath.
So we have the flossing that you just mentioned. I think you have something to
I
show.
think one in my pocket.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
The floss basically is what, instead of the toothpick that a lot of people tend to use and all of that, I think a lot of people do.
Can you hold that
flossing
up
thing.
so that people would
can see.
get a little
Yeah, they
view
can look at
about
it,
it? As you can see, there's a thin thread there, and it has a menthol coating to it as well.
Yes.
So you can use that to brush in between the teeth, okay? And at the end of this is actually a dental pick and a floss. So instead of using a toothpick, you have the dental floss at the end, which takes the food particles in between your teeth. And then you have the dental pick, which is finer than our toothpick, okay? And you can use that as well.
There are actually other styles that this comes in. I think what we're going to do, we'll have them pass one to every member of the audience in the show today. Yes, let's do that. I think we should do that.
Yeah, but you need to clarify to our people at home that this dental floss is not your normal regular thread. So you don't go and buy the tailor-made thread and then you just start putting it and then start applying and say because it's someone thread and then you connect to stick together and you need to clarify that.
Dr. Jules, some people actually say they don't take sweet things. So how come they're having tooth problem? How come they have bad breath? Things like that. So we need to clarify that.
Yes, because some people can actually have bad breath and they don't take sweet things. We have things that are acidic, especially most of our fizz drinks.
Yes.
Don't want to call names. But if you indulge yourself in many acidic drinks, you can also have bad breath. And some medical conditions too can give you bad breath. So even if, unfortunately, you brush your teeth twice a day, you floss, but it is coming from within your gut, okay? As we go along, there's a specialist that will come on with us and explain everything.
Yeah, but some people also always think, you know, when you're brushing your teeth, you're brushing your teeth. And they say just do this and then you're done. And people forget that you need to brush the tongue too. And then even the back of the tongue. You know, as a matter of fact, most of the time when you have bad breath and they had a lot of germs, usually at the back of the tongue. So you always encourage people to brush the tongue, you know, regularly.
And there's also a medical condition where one has dry mouth. It's called xerostomia. Yes, exactly. So, you know, saliva actually helps to buffer the acidity of the mouth to prevent the action of the bacteria and all. So people that have dry mouth from this particular disease, or people that even smoking sucks out the saliva in one's mouth and can give one dry mouth, those people are actually prone to
apart from talking about dry mouth, that reminds me, you know, there was a time we had this fasting, and some people had fasting for like 100 days or for 20 days, and people that are fasting, most times you tend to keep your mouth quiet and they get shut, and then there's no saliva going around and all of that. So sometimes when people talk with that, situations like that, you usually have, you know, bad breath, you know, that kind of thing. And that's why when you sleep throughout the night, you wake up in the morning, you know, when you say good morning, darling, and then all the germs and the odor comes out and all of that, that's because of the dry mouth throughout the cause of that. So we need to emphasize that. So when they say you are very quiet and you think it's a compliment.
We know how this our banter can go on and on, but we have to take a break. And when we come back, we will be doing the Vox Pop.
Yeah, we'll see videos that will over time.
Because we talk about flossing and we assume people know it, but you'll be surprised.
Coming up next.
We went out on the streets and we asked people about flossing, and I'm just like beside myself to find out that most people didn't even know what the term was.
Better floss it. I don't hear it.
No.
I'm not.
I don't really get it.
Yes, that thing they used to pick it, flossy. I think they have a pack at home, but though I never use it.
No.
But I heard you should use it after food, after every meal, to pick out debris on your teeth, and I think everybody should.
I don't know anything else. I don't know.
Yes, and they will value them more. You understand?
Daily, you brush twice a day. Like you brush in the morning, brush in the evening. Should you still floss? I don't know.
Okay, welcome back to your show. It's with doctors, and today we're talking about bad breath. We went out on the streets and we asked people about flossing, and I'm just like beside myself to find out that most people didn't even know what the term was. And the guy that even know what it meant and had it at home, he has never used it. And it's fantastic that we have a specialist in the house to discuss that. He is a specialist in cosmetics dentistry, and he'll be talking to us about bad breath. His name is Dr. Ire Akere. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Okay. I just
Hi, doctor.
Hi.
All right, so we are talking about flossing right now.
Okay.
The topic of today is bad breath. But you saw the clip that we showed. Went out on the streets, we are asking people about flossing, and everybody is clueless. How important is it? Or I think we should start with what flossing is. Explain that, and then you tell us the importance of flossing in our daily routine.
All right. Well, flossing is just one of those things that we should incorporate into our daily oral hygiene practices, mainly to remove whatever debris or old food or anything that might be stuck between the teeth. It really just aids in ensuring that everything is nice and sanitary.
Can you show us a bit of how to use the floss?
Well, this is one type of floss. So this is one of those easy to hold types, because the conventional style would be a long thread, which you pretty much roll through your fingers and everything. And people have found that it's a bit of a struggle. You know, it's a bit clumsy at first trying to learn to use those. So this is another new style to the dental floss. Very easy to hold on to, and this way one can even help with flossing in other people.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, for geriatric care and other things like that. Okay. So ideally, once you take that floss, hold it really nice and firm, so you have full control of the thread in there. Get that between the teeth. For teeth which might probably have like a tight contact between them, you might give it a bit of a forward and backwards kind of jig to it until you get it through the contact point.
Okay.
Once that's done, then you now pull it against the one tooth and give it a gentle upwards and downwards motion against the one tooth, and then pop it out.
Okay.
If need be, give it a nice little wipe. Give it a bit of a jig again. Get it between the two teeth again. Push it against the other tooth now, and then give it that gentle upward and downward movement. Once you get it through the contact points, ideally we shouldn't give it, carry on with a sawing action, because that way you could actually hurt the gums.
Exactly.
Okay. So basically, what you're saying in essence is that the only time you got to use the floss is when you have like a food debris in between the teeth at that point in time, or you're trying to remove a plaque or something. Not necessarily when you wake up in the morning and then you just pick a floss and then you just use it directly.
That's quite wrong. What I'm trying to say is, if, for example, you do have a piece of, let's say chicken, for example, that you know is present between the teeth there. Yes, then you might use the floss, or, in the case of this particular floss type, you might even use that bit just to push it out. But in terms of your daily oral care techniques or anything else like that, even for those little softer bits that don't even know exist right there, it's still a great idea to every day go in there and give it a nice little clean. Because we find that there is always it might even be skin cell debris, as in actual skin cells from your mouth that might be stuck between there, and your toothbrush is not going to get in between the teeth that well. So this is still a very good adjunct to the toothbrush.
So I wanted to ask a question. We have the manual toothbrush over there. I wanted to know, which do you think is better, because I'm sure some people want to know that too. The power brush or the manual brush?
Well, the electric one that goes.
The ones that have the batteries with them and you just crystals.
I see in the movies.
I like the actual look of this toothbrush right here, but ultimately it depends on what kind of
technique,
your actual dexterity. How good are you going to be with that toothbrush? Irrespective of the fact that you're going to use a manual toothbrush or a power toothbrush, if you are not going to give it or make it available in the parts of the mouth that require the cleaning, then it doesn't really matter. But ultimately, if you are somebody who's got the proper dexterity and other things, then the power toothbrush is definitely at least 30% better.
All right. I think this question is good for me to ask right now, since you're a cosmetic dentist. Basically. Now, how do I get my teeth to be as white as that? Because a lot of people want to know about that. We hear a lot of people go do teeth bleaching and all, and then we later on hear that after 3 months, 6 months, after a while, you have the side effects. Your teeth get worse than it was before. So I want to know. So I really want you to emphasize on that, basically.
Well, first of all, the fact that some people are getting the terrible effects after having done the tooth bleaching, it's either one, they've gone to people who are not that qualified in doing what it is that they should be doing, or they're using products that are just not the way they're supposed to be. Because in today's world, the good tooth whitening or bleaching products that are out there should actually not only whiten the teeth, which is the cosmetic benefit of such, but you should also get a nice I'll say it kills bacteria and germs in there, being that it is an oxidizing agent. So you will find that it does do a whole lot of good to the gums as well.
So you're saying that I can get one done and it will remain like that, and it's not a good. Following the basic normal principles that they give to you afterwards. Don't take color drinks, avoid steel, stop smoking and stuff like that. So it's possible you do the teeth whitening and it stays that way as long as you can maintain those things.
As long as you can maintain those things and probably give it a bit of a boost from time to time until the teeth take that actual color, then you should get really good results for at least a year and a half.
Okay, for our new mothers out there that have, will I say 6-month-old? When did the first teeth come out? Infants with baby teeth. How do they maintain the teeth of the baby?
Using the same toothpaste with the fluoride and all that.
Yes.
Okay. Now, if we're talking about infant, neonates, pretty much, or because there are those kids that are born with teeth present already.
Okay.
So, but that's a rare finding in the environment anyway.
It is quite rare, but I would say for anything under 6 months Ideally, you just want to use maybe a cotton wool or something like that, just to clean the teeth.
Toothpaste, fluoride toothpaste?
No. At that stage, there's almost no benefit to using the toothpaste, because just for the fact that there's already that suckling action, the tongue already and the lips do enough in terms of cleaning on those teeth.
Okay, so you just use the cotton wool and you wipe.
That's pretty much what they should use at that stage. But if now for the 3-year-old, 4-year-old who already does have teeth in the mouth, yes, you should use a toothbrush and a children's toothpaste.
Yeah.
Because that on its own has a much lower fluoride concentration in it, because fluoride at high levels is quite toxic.
Okay.
Now, I think I speak for most of us when I say most Nigerians don't have a dental culture, like visiting the dentist. Yes, do you have anything to say to people about that?
Well,
to change that in some way?
Yes. Absolutely. We find that apart from the fact that it affects the dentist's pocket.
Everybody gets that, you know.
Apart from that aspect, we also find that in most of our clients that do come in, and I speak for many other dentists that I've spoken to, we find that gum disease is one of the highest things that we see. Nigerians, generally speaking, have good teeth in terms of the actual hard tooth structure. But then we find that as a result of our diets and other such things, we find that there's a whole lot of, and the fact that not many people know what flossing is. Now there's a whole lot of gum disease going on around there. And if, for example, one were to come into the dentist like once every 6 months or once a year, that would definitely not be the case.
And there are other health conditions too that could present as bad breath. So if you don't see your dentist, it would not be diagnosed early as well. So you're basically saying with flossing, toothbrushing,
and dental visits.
And dental visits, you would definitely not have the problem like the clip that we saw earlier and be dealing with bad breath.
Absolutely.
Dr. Are, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We're so grateful. Yes, we are going to take a short break and be right back to continue with the doctors. Don't go far.
You're welcome back from the short break. If you're just joining us, this is We the Doctors. And we've been talking about bad breath. Remember that a bad breath keeps a friend away from you. Now, doctor says that for you to take care of your acne, you should eat healthy. Later on, we'll be talking about that. Now, let's go back to our topic of today, which is bad breath. We're going to be giving you some home remedies or things you need to do to avoid or prevent bad breath. Now, one of the things you should do, basically, besides brushing your teeth and other things that will be mentioned later on, is that you need to drink a lot of water, especially people with dry mouth. Drink water a lot of time because, like we explained earlier on, the saliva, helps to prevent bad breath, basically. And then you can use the sugar-free gum. A lot of time we usually buy those things around and all that. We keep that so that once you feel like your mouth is smelly, you know yourself, and then you can just easily pick up the gum and use. And then for those that are fasting and saying that, look, I need to, I don't want to have a bad breath. How do I do this thing? You can get the spray and just spray your mouth and all of that. I don't think that's supposed to fast, does it?
True.
Dr. Yvonne, what do you think we should do?
Basically, I taught you all how to brush properly. So brush your teeth regularly.
True.
Yeah, then you want to look out for certain foods. Onions, my goodness. Garlic, sometimes when you take them, it is even perceived before you are perceived as.
So those kind of food sells you out straight up.
I'm telling you. So you want to be careful with them. Yes, we know some people take it because of heart condition. They say it's healthy. Yes, but you want to do it in moderation, okay? Like Dr. OK says, you want to have that sugar-free gum on your person. Keep taking the garlic, but, in moderation.
Well, doctor says, if you want to take care of your acne, just stop popping them.
Exactly.
You don't have to bust it open. Just stop popping them. It takes care of it.
Okay.
With that, doctor says, I think I have a question that came in right now from our social media platform. The guy doesn't want to identify himself, so he hashtagged WTD and hashtagged anonymous.
Okay.
And he's asking, who do I meet for my bad breath? A doctor or a dentist? I think he's referring to a GP, physician, or a clinician, or a dentist. I would say see the dentist.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Basically, see the dentist. If he needs any other person involved, he will tell you.
Don't take the dentist's money to the doctor.
We don't want to get our colleagues angry. Right, so that has been our show for today. We've been talking about bad breath. And like I keep saying, the show doesn't end here. It continues on the social platform, WeTV.co. cooltv.cool. You click on We the Doctors and put your message there, or on Twitter, #WTD, and we'll treat your questions. And we're all saying goodbye. From the house, we have Dr. Valeria.
Bye, guys.
Yes, for no malaria, Dr. Yvonne. Dr. Okay.
Yeah, you guys enjoy. Have a nice day.
And Dr. Jules. See you same time when the show comes back on. Stay healthy. Bye-bye.
Bye.